Oh, Julie, you can't hold the check. You're too short.
Yep.
Switch with Charlie. Okay. And then, Charlie, when the time comes, you can hold it all the way, even higher over our heads. Yeah, like that. That's okay, just temporarily.
All right, parade is stepping off right now.
So the actual presentation, you'll be eject the check up to your face, okay? All right.
All right, we need to go live there. Parade steps off.
Well, I guess I could look on YouTube and tell me. I mean, see if people are commenting on, don't these people know they're on? That would be hilarious.
Hey, this is behind the scenes.
So hilarious. I hope that's the case.
That would be awesome.
I hope that you can find us on the tubes, and I don't see us on there.
Now it's starting to rain again.
Well, I'm under a tent.
I think it's just the tent.
Here comes the parade, everyone.
All right, the parade is coming.
Yeah, it still says waiting. We're not live yet. But, yep, let's do it.
Okay.
Here we go. Well, welcome. Is this it? Are we going to start? Tell me when.
Okay.
All right. Good call.
Yep.
You can stay here. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can stay with us.
I'll say.
Yeah, just hold the check down.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Here we go. Welcome to the 2022 Karns Christmas Parade. Hi there, I'm Frank Murphy.
I'm Becca James, and we are underway. First up, Knox County Sheriff's Office is starting us off with their motorcycle patrol.
Oh, fantastic. That's also a nice way of clearing the street. It's like the proverbial snowplow. It's the rolling roadblock. It's
It's making sure everyone's safe and they're on the side, you know, because I believe some floats will be throwing out candy today. So we just want to remind everybody who is along the parade road to make sure you stay back from the roads for safeties.
Speaking of taking care of the kids, that is what the Karns Fair has been doing. And behind us right now, we've got Julie Muse and Charlie Austin and Rachel Evans. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And you're all, so Rachel is a principal at Karns High School.
Yes.
And Charlie and Julie are the ones who invite Becca and me to MC the Ferris the Fair pageant or the Karns Christmas Parade. Right now, the Karns Volunteer Fire Department is headed by, which is, of course, always needs your support, so I highly recommend that you take care of them. But what the Karns Fair is going to do right now is take care of the Karns Network. This is a YouTube channel that covers Karns sporting events and this parade. So what have you got back there, everybody? Charlie, what do you got?
We have got a check to the Karns Network AV Club, $500 from the Karns Fair Board. Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
The big check and the real check is changing hands right now. So
right. As
that's always
Knox
important.
County Rescue comes by, that check will help rescue the equipment, you know, if you will, help pay for
And
the
shout out to
equipment.
Karns Network AV Club for getting us all set up with all the audio and video equipment here today.
Right,
which you're
Mr.
watching the
Wade.
live stream on.
Mr. Wade was called away on business for Karns High School, so he sent his wife, Mrs. Wade, and he made special instructional YouTube videos for his students so that they could hook up the equipment correctly this morning, and we're delighted that they did that.
Yes, went above and beyond, and the students are doing a fantastic job, so we thank them for all of this. Coming up next, we have AMR Ambulance.
Now, AMSR was an answer in the New York Times crossword puzzle today. Isn't that where that weird talking?
I'm just amazed that you got up early enough to do that.
Well, I went to bed too early last night is part of the problem. So
I'm sorry, I don't understand going to bed too early. That's just not my lifestyle.
I went to bed too early last night, which means that I woke up too early this morning, and
it was cozy, snuggle in bed weather this morning.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm a show off when it comes to crossword puzzles. It doesn't take me that long to do them.
So you're just humble bragging right now.
Exactly. I like doing them, but I don't want to spend. If they took me longer, I wouldn't have time to do them.
Oh,
So it's
gotcha.
gotta get
So
done.
do they ever do Christmas-themed ones, as we are at a Christmas parade? So do they do special editions?
They do. I mean, yeah, well, they don't go overboard with it, but yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
There'll be a couple of clues in there that may have a relevance or a theme, perhaps, to the whatever the celebration is. You know. I mean, they do everything. Like, my wife was doing Wordle on, I don't do Wordle, but she was doing Wordle on Thanksgiving. And she had some letters, and I said, well, it's going to be feast, because today's Thanksgiving. And she's, what?
You gave her the answer?
Well, she was trying to get me to help her.
Oh, okay.
So she was so excited.
She actually asked for help, though.
She got it.
You have to wait for that distinction.
Because she got it, like, in 2 or 3, because I gave her the answer. I mean, I could see it. It was like, it's Thanksgiving. It's feast. The answer's going to be feast. Anyway.
That's your sharp wit.
So, Becca, this is a lovely setup. They've gone to extra lengths with the Karns Network. We're glad they got that check from the Karns Fair, because we're under tent. We've got, things wrapped in plastic. The rain stopped, which is a blessing. But, as much as, we got that cold wind a second ago, I was reminded that in our entire careers, you and I have been in far less comfortable situations doing, radio broadcasts.
Yes.
This is
cozy.
TV stuff.
I've got my blanket. Thanks to Mike Grimes Insurance, we're right here in his parking lot, so we have access to facilities, and they've got a pretty Christmas tree lit up.
Don't tell the Karns Network people that we're not accustomed to it being this nice. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, it's kind of chilly. Oh, here comes the beautiful Heather Wallaga.
Yes. She is our Grand Marshal for today's parade, and she grew up in this community. She was a 2002 graduate of Karns High School, and she said that she's made some of her very best memories here. And she's also a UT alumnus.
She is a pal of mine. In fact, when the folks at the Karns Fair said, hey, can you get us in touch with Heather Wallaga so she can be our Grand Marshal? I texted Wallaga, and because she and I are doing a parade later this afternoon, we will be the PA announcers for the Rocky Hill Parade on North Shore by Morrell. We've done that together for 4 years or more.
You're pulling double duty today.
As I have last year or the year before that, too. So it's fun, and she's a dear.
Yeah. And of course, you can see Heather on WBIR
in the mornings,
yeah.
and she and my friend Abby Ham have been doing like the little bit of the Heather and Abby show on Instagram and Facebook, and I assume every other thing, but I happen to see it on those two most. What they've been doing is some behind-the-scenes videos where they tease each other, and it's gotten to the point where around about Thanksgiving. Abby was teasing Heather for wearing a tan dress and said she looked like a butterball turkey.
What?
I know, because it was kind of an insult. So Jimmy Fallon picked up that clip and ran it on the Tonight Show. So Wallaga wakes up on Thanksgiving morning and finds out that she's been on the Tonight Show the night before, because he did the little around the world and local news.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
Yeah, so here's Abby Ham accusing Heather of looking like a butterball. So then the next follow-up video the following week is Abby's got on some kind of tan jacket and a little bit of a red scarf, and she looked more like a turkey than Wallaga did. So, anyway.
Oh, so she paid it back.
Yes, definitely paid it back. Now, I hear bagpipes, which would be the Knoxville Pipe and Drums, with their mission is to foster and promote Scottish bagpiping and drumming and related Celtic arts within the community. Free piping and drumming lessons are provided. KnoxvillePipesandDrums.org.
Yeah.
I guess.
And then we also had the Karns High School Air Force Junior ROTC and Color Guard. They're coming down.
Because you heard a bagpiper too, right?
I did.
I don't know where he went, but
I did.
I was too busy reading the script. Tell us about the Color Guard.
Yeah, the Color Guard. They're with the Karns High School Air Force Junior ROTC and Color Guard. So.
Oh, they're singing.
Oh, and you can hear them. So.
12 Days of Christmas. Are you still hearing bagpipes?
I am, and I see them right now. They're coming.
okay.
They're coming next.
So they traded spots, is what happened.
Yes.
Now I get it. All right. Well, everything I said earlier about bagpipes, please just go back and rewind on YouTube because it's still pertinent.
So again, this is the Knoxville Pipes and Drums, and you can find them at KnoxvillePipesandDrums.org. because they actually provide piping and drumming lessons. So if
That
you've
is
ever
fantastic.
wanted, so
You
now
know-
would this be a Pied Piper? Or
I
is
think
this
a Pied
different?
Piper usually has more of a smaller, like a piccolo type flute.
Okay.
But you could pie the I suppose you could. You could pie this
Like, does
piper
it
if you
count?
want. Now I wonder if they. I've been to a couple of funerals lately that had bagpipers, and it turned out it was the same guy both times.
Well, it's beautiful music.
The truck here is from the Karns Church of Christ. We appreciate their support in the 2022 Karns Christmas Parade.
And then we have the Summer Night Cruisers Car Club coming in next.
That sounds so fancy.
It does sound fancy. Oh, they've got several different cars today. The club was established in 2009 as a local car club. Yeah, and they're a family-oriented club that supports local community events like this one.
I just saw somebody in the convertible's got a pretty good arm for throwing candy.
Oh, the kids are going to love that. I do see some families and kids out, so it's nice to see that some came out today.
Yeah.
So the rain did stop, which is very nice.
Yeah, I think the parade will go on for another half hour or so. So if you're close by watching on YouTube and you want to come on over,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
still can pick up some candy off the side of the road. I mean, that's what you do, right? I mean, if you're good at catching, that would be fantastic. You know, I would highly recommend it if you can catch it in midair. That's the goal.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always work out that way.
All right, the Summer Night Cruisers Car Club is still rolling by, and they have regular cruise-ins at the Advanced Auto Parts in Karns on the 2nd and 4th Fridays in March through October. You can also find them on Facebook, Summer Night Cruisers Knoxville.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you want to, you can hear the engines.
Oh, now Rev, that was another
Rev.
answer in the New York Times crossword puzzle today. There's something about revving your engine. They use that word a lot, though. See, I don't even mean to remember these things. They're stuck in my head.
pop in. Well, I imagine it's an easy 3-letter word if you just need to link something.
I think so. I mean, I think everything's working here at the Karns Christmas Parade. We're getting,
Yeah.
they were testing everything, you know, because it's a little dicey with the
Well,
weather.
with the rain, sometimes it can, the
Right, like
dampness can seep into the cords.
The boom microphone that is picking up the parade noises, they put it in a mailbox. So, a little behind-the-scenes action there in the Mike Grimes Insurance mailbox. You can't send them a letter right now because there's a boom mic hidden in there. But this is a big weekend for Christmas parades. You were
It is.
downtown last night.
I was actually in the WIVK parade last night with Cat Bus because I work for Knoxville Area Transit. So we had one of our brand new electric buses, which is super quiet.
nice.
So nobody could hear us coming, but they could see us because our maintenance shop had it all decorated with lights. They did a fantastic job. They made us look really good. So
I was in the parade last year representing East Tennessee PBS, but I don't think they had anybody in it this time. I would have maybe possibly gone. I had a conflict, so I was thinking about it, like, how can I juggle and be in two places at once? Because you know me.
I'm surprised you haven't cloned yourself yet.
Well, I'll have to give it some thought. But that was last night also was the Gatlinburg parade. So I was checking out on YouTube this morning to
Yeah.
see how those parades looked, and they both look like great turnout, huge
Yeah.
successes. And then, of course, later today, there's I mentioned the Rocky Hill Christmas Parade, which is also a festival starting at 3:30 this afternoon.
Oh,
If you want
that'll
to
be
come on
fun.
over, this live reindeer.
Live reindeer.
Cruz Contreras and Emmy Sunshine performing live.
Coming down the road now for the Karns Parade, we have the Grace Performing Arts Center. We're seeing the Grace Youth Sports. They're walking, and then they've got a festive float. I see the red and green balloons.
And some, I like this. I like it when you have the Santa coordinated outfit. You know.
Yeah, the matching outfits are always nice.
It kind of has got that. You know, what was the Lindsay Lohan movie with? Was it Mean? Not that they're Mean Girls, but you know when you have
It was
the,
called Mean Girls.
the outfit.
Yes, yeah,
You
they
got
had the coordinating outfits.
got the coordinating
I thought
outfit.
you were going to refer to her new Christmas movie that's on Netflix.
I've heard about it, but I haven't heard much
Think
of
of
it.
it like a Hallmark Christmas movie, but not as good.
My wife and I watched the Hallmark Christmas movie.
I love those movies. I
think
just
it's actually
tried to
gonna-
capture that magic, but you couldn't get past the fact that it was Lindsay Lohan and like all of her past. It was just, you know, when you can't get past the character, the actor playing the character.
Yes.
I was having those issues watching.
Now, is
the
this
movie.
Karns Elementary going by?
Yeah, that was Grace Youth Sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
And then the Grace Performing Arts Center, and they provide quality instruction for arts for students of all ages. Their focus is to honor the Lord as they strive for high level of performance using the gifts that He's given our children.
Beautiful.
Oh, look. Oh, they've got a train float. I know the kids like that. My kids are here watching today, and they're obsessed with trains right now. As most little kids are. Here it comes. With the twinkling
The
lights.
KCPR Express. It's good. It's a tractor disguised as a train. It's like a Halloween costume for a tractor.
Yeah. And then we have actual tractors coming through.
Who doesn't love a tractor? I mean, you go to the Tennessee Valley Fair, people love to go just look at tractors.
Oh, and they let the kids jump on them, and my kids love every time that they get to pop up on a tractor.
These guys will go to an event and just show off their tractors.
It's kind of like a car club, but it's a tractor club.
Yeah.
It works. All right. Coming up next, we have the Beaver Ridge United Methodist Church.
Oh, they've got a nice nativity foot picture on the back of their trailer.
Yes, and they've got some of their crew walking and throwing out candy, which is always making the kids happy.
Yeah. The younger ones are in the chairs on the trailer for safety.
Of course, that's very important.
Yeah, the guys from Karns Fair were interviewed on the news a couple weeks ago about parade safety and the special care they take. Because this is a parade that does throw out candy, so there's rules about you have to throw it far enough and you don't have the kids come running out to the vehicle. That's a no-no. Now, who are you going to call, Becca?
The Ghostbusters.
I'm going to ask who you're going to call.
The Ghostbusters.
That's the most cliched line at every. You have to say it though. I'm thinking, could I think of a different way to ask Becca to introduce the Ghostbusters?
But why would you?
Yeah, is that Slimer driving the car?
Yep, Slimer is driving the Ghostbusters car with the Santa hat on.
Well, then he's.
So even ghosts like to get in the Christmas
But
spirit.
he's not busted. He's ghosting.
Maybe he's trying to jump into the Christmas Carol.
If he's ghosting, who's busted? No, seriously. The Ghostbusters have lost the battle, apparently, and the ghost has taken over the car.
But if the ghosts become good and they're being helpful and part of the community, at what point is it bad that they're here?
I think we should call someone, other than we should call the actual Ghostbusters, because someone stole their car.
Well, they rebooted the series. There was the new movie that came out, so maybe we'll call Ghostbusters Granddaughters.
Just let them know that
that we found one?
Slimer's driving the car. I think it's just I think it's news, and that's what I'm trying to say. I think it's something.
Well, when Heather gets done, being the Grand Marshal of the parade, we'll have her come around and cover it.
Let's call her up right now.
It's like, are you busy? Have you made it through yet? Come on down.
So there's a little bit of a gap here in the parade. Might be a good time for us to tell you about something that is coming up. Santa's Workshop Craft Show.
And Breakfast with Santa.
This is Decca from Karns High School hosting Breakfast with Santa next Saturday, or 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today. It's December 17th, and it's going to be from 9 to noon, and you can just contact Karns High School for more information.
The Karns Fair Facebook page also will have the updates. The event will be at Karns High School. You could sell crafts, purchase a 10x10 space. You contact Karns High, Cynthia Roden, and all that to help out Decca.
So if you want to be a vendor, there's still time, and if you just want to come and enjoy it, you can just mark your calendar.
Hot cocoa, crafts, games, shopping, music. It sounds like a win.
Yeah. Lots of kids' activities. That's the important part, because when you have small children, you want to entertain them. It makes the day go by a lot faster if you can take them out in the morning and entertain them. Yes. My twin boys are running around here trying to get all the candy. I can literally hear them screaming and cheering.
Are they up on the pedestrian bridge?
No, they wanted to come down closer so that they could get the candy, because there'll be 4 next month, so candy is life.
Well, Knox County Schools is represented, starting off with Karns Elementary.
Yes, and they've decorated the school bus to look like a snowman, which is really, really cute. Can you see it, Frank?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's really great.
That was another New York Times crossword puzzle question. What was Frosty's nose made out of?
Carrot.
No.
Right?
No, think about it. Because I make this joke every time we play the Willie Nelson version.
Okay.
I like, because he's got the corncob pipe and the button nose. So I always make the joke about what does Willie Nelson put in the corncob pipe? Because he sings that we play it on the radio, the Willie Nelson's version. So these, I assume, are parents, teachers. So they got candy in the shopping bags.
Yeah. I think the little baby in the stroller has the best seat in the house.
This is
She just
kind of
gets to be pushed in the parade, cuddle up.
Kind of a home game for them. Grand Marshal Heather Wallaga is being
Yeah, you know, I just said that we should have her come cover the Ghostbusters, so maybe she's going to try to catch up with them.
Can you get another chair for Madam Wallaga to scooch in? What I can do is...
Oh, that's cute. There's a sign that says there's snow place, like Karns Elementary.
That's fantastic. I was excited because Karns High School appeared, or will appear, on Tennessee Scholars Bowl for the first time in years. We had to have a new sign made up for them.
I'm going to ask. I want to ask you how they did, but I know we have to wait for the episode to air, so I will.
Well, we're glad they were there. Let's put it that way. There for the first time in forever, and we'll get Madam Wallaga over here. Could you get with another chair?
Yep. Well, in the meantime, we're seeing the Karns High School football team come through. They were 7-4 this season, so winning season.
Right.
Yeah, and it's the first time in the school's history that they've gotten into playoffs in back-to-back years. So, and they're currently on a 9-game winning streak on their home field.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
It's always great when when the football team's doing well. And they had a good year last year too. I think that last year wasn't it the first
time?
They
said back-to-back years they've made it to playoffs. So that's
yeah, and when they I think it was that season of 21 season when they finally beat Oak Ridge like for the first time in forever was such a huge deal.
It's always exciting when the hometown team wins. So the team captains are Deshaun Bishop, Jacob Kirkland, and Tyson Taylor. Deshaun is the 2021 winner of Tennessee's 5A Mr. Football and is a finalist for 2022's Mr. Football Award.
I stood up trying to indicate that I need a chair for Heather Wallaga, but I don't think anyone's paying attention to me. So I'm sorry about that. I think we got one. Okay. I'm stealing one. So what we'll do is one of us can slide over and we'll give Heather our headset when she can stop in for a quick visit. Come on in, Madam Wallaga.
Come in here. I'll pass over my headset for her so she can
just pop in for a second. We're gonna. And how are you? Good to see you. Here's your mic on that. Use this. Yeah.
Oh, so, hi, everybody. Okay, here. You want to go? Do you want to go right here? Okay. Well,
so
hey.
We are excited. Congratulations on being the Grand Marshal of the Karns Parade.
I just had the best time.
You're the Karnsiest. That's why they picked you, I think.
Well, you know, I got to take my daughter with me, and it was so fun because I said, there's where Mommy went to school, and there's where we used to take our dog to the vet, and there's where we used to do our grocery shopping.
It's a total home game for you, yeah.
Yeah, it's so fun to be back. It's really fun to be back. I actually saw some familiar faces out there, and what a great time.
Well, good. Well, I'll see you again this afternoon when you and I host the Rocky Hill Christmas Parade.
That's right. This is the fourth time for us, I think.
Yeah. I was telling the story to Becca how they texted me, the Karns Parade texted me and said, hey, do you know famous Heather Wallaga? I think we can get famous Heather Wallaga to be the Grand Marshal of our parade. I'm like, well, I can ask.
You're like, I think I know that girl. Who was that again?
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so
You look
much.
amazing as always.
Thank
and
you.
I was telling also the story about how you're no butterball.
Oh, goodness.
Because Jimmy Fallon.
Did anybody see that?
Well, you posted it. We watched this on your social that Jimmy Fallon played the clip of Ham calling you a butterball.
You know what? It's a good thing that we actually like each other.
Yeah.
We are still friends. We're still friends.
Well, great. Well, I got to get back to announcing the parade.
All right. Well,
because
it's good
it looks
to see
like
you both.
the folks. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We're delighted that you're here. Congratulations. Well-deserved honor
Thank
for
you
a
so
Karns
much.
alum like yourself.
Great to see you. I'll see you again tonight.
All right. See you this tonight.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Thank you. Heather Wallaga, you can watch her daily on Channel 10. Oh, by the way, I need to finally come in and get interviewed by you. I got stuff coming up.
Thank you.
I threaten every year. I'm really going to do it this year.
All right.
So who do we miss?
Oh, I think we missed the Karns High School girls basketball team.
Oh, okay.
And the Lady Beavers are also off to a strong start, 4-3 right now in the season.
Now, are you familiar with Reeds Across America? They just went by. They, of course, love to decorate military graves for the holidays, and they collect money and volunteers. A lot of scouts like to get out and do that. There's one. There's a couple of national cemeteries around here, including the one that's right in the heart of Bearden at North Shore, across from Lakeshore Park.
Yeah, they make them look really pretty this time of year, and it's really special what they do.
And here's the Christmas armadillo, or is it the Hanukkah armadillo? I can't really tell. From the TV show Friends or Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, I was about to say Texas Roadhouse.
But they had an armadillo.
And they've got a great little Whoville set up on their float.
That's adorable. They do have good food at Texas Roadhouse.
Yes.
Oh, here's one of our Fairest of the Fair winners.
Yes.
Is that little Miss Brooklyn Mullins, maybe?
It is Brooklyn Mullins.
Oh, what a dear. Now, you and I, last time we were hogging the microphone in Karns, it was at the Fairest of the Fair. And
Yep.
there's our Mr. Karns, junior Mr. Karns, Eli Thompson.
Yep.
And we hosted the pageant. You and I
Yeah, that
did
was
that.
so much fun. And
Now,
just
be
the
careful. If you
poise
say
of-
it's fun, they're going to invite you back. You know that, right?
I would be happy.
Okay,
I'd be
good.
honored to be invited back. It was great, and I'm just still impressed by the poise of all of the pageant contestants.
Well, I will tell you that having hosted it alone and having hosted it with you, I much preferred hosting it
Aw.
with you. And I did 1 year with Catherine Frady, which also was a joy. But it's much more fun to have to do it as a two-person job.
You see the Cub Scouts? They're throwing out candy.
That's Pack 50
Yep.
here in Karns.
And then Solid Rock Realty's coming through. They've got the twinkle lights going.
He's got his own hashtag. Matthew sells it. That's good.
I like it. I mean, what do we got to do to get your own hashtag?
I
Hashtag the girl with two first names?
Yeah, you
Can
should
I
totally
make that a
do
thing?
Why not? Serve Pro, they'll clean up your mess. That's what they're known for. I mean, if you got
I can personally attest to that.
if you got a hot mess, they'll clean it up.
If you stack your mulch too high against the brick of your house and it starts seeping in, the water starts seeping in,
Ew.
they will take care of you.
Oh, good.
So also, side note, don't stack the mulch too high next to the brick of your house. Learned that one a few years ago.
Now, right now, it looks like somebody with the Karns Fair sign on it, driving a replica antique car.
Oh, that's such a cool car.
Followed immediately by Karns High Baseball.
Is it baseball? Yeah, it is baseball.
Overall record of 21-16. The 4A District 3 runner-up. Regional tournament. That's all good. Those are good stats. New coach Clay Shaw.
Truck driven by David Bilbrey, my neighbor.
Oh, very nice. Nice Christmas tree on there, too. Now, these guys have no excuse to not miss you.
I
You know
mean,
what I
the candy's getting over here because clearly they have good arms.
They got arms. They can pitch. They can.
Yeah, they can
Karns-
throw.
Karns High Baseball Beavers. Looking to see you in the stands come springtime.
Coming up next, I believe we have Kirby Plants.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Kirby Plants. Oh, and they've got a beautiful
They're not
potted
bothered.
Christmas tree.
They're not bothered by a little rain at Kirby Plants, that's for sure. And they've got a
And their
Rudolph,
garland is real.
a Rudolph
Notice
made
it.
out of hay.
Yes.
Oh,
And-
Becca, you and I were involved in the donut contest at the Tennessee Valley Fair.
Oh, yes.
And
Oh.
the winner was...
Beavers Dojo. And if you haven't seen their cinnamon rolls, they are literally the size of your head, and they're fabulous.
And you can see
and
from
so
the
are all the other donuts.
side of the truck, they've also got Panthers and Admirals Dojo, which is obviously the ones that are near Powell and Farragut High Schools.
Yep.
Excellent. And we've got more folks right after that. Let's see, I'm trying to see. Is that Tune Up the Manly Salon? Who's that?
I think that is Tune Up the Manly Salon, which is a full-service men's salon and man cave all in one.
They advertise on VLZ 106.1, so I'm familiar with them from there.
Yeah. All right, we've also got some brownie Girl Scouts. Brownies like the middle tier Girl Scouts. You start as daisies and you go to brownies.
Yeah.
Brownies and you move on to Girl Scouts.
My daughter did that. She was trying to see if we could find the picture of the year that we made her sell 1,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies.
But there is Tennessee Junkaway with their sled float coming through right now.
They'll help you with your hauling. If you need trouble, if you've got trouble hauling, call East Tennessee Junkaway.
All right, oh, we got a reindeer.
Well, you know, he's looking. They wouldn't let him play any of the other reindeer games.
They didn't, and,
So he's out here by himself.
and it's not Christmas Eve, so he can't fly yet.
All of the other reindeer just ditched
Yeah.
him. It's a shame.
Yep.
See, I like to sing when they sing, you'll go down in history. I like to sing like a light bulb. Because
Yes.
in my opinion, the light bulb went down in history as
Well,
one of the greatest
that
inventions
song
of all time.
is not fun unless you do those little asides.
We got to put in like a light bulb in all the incorrect places, and it's even more fun. Who do we have here?
You know, I'm not sure. I couldn't see the sign on them, but they look great. Great float.
They got some music playing.
They do. They're riding in style. Oh, let's see. Byington Solway CTE Center.
Oh, good. That's the Career and Technical Education. They'll put on a talent show. They used to anyway, CTE Idol every year. that would be hooked down on Market Square.
Oh, no.
I knew a couple of the singers who won that competition over the years.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they went on to then do something else that would cause me to meet them because of radio. And they're like, oh, yeah, I won that contest. I'm like, well, I'm impressed.
I'm always jealous of people who can sing because I wish I had a voice.
It's something. It's
A voice for singing.
my wife is a beautiful singer, and I can't for the life of me. So it looks like some of our local county commissioners are being represented here. Hill, Oster, it's two of them on the sign. And I see another lovely winner
Yes,
from the Fairs to the Fair.
It's the crown. You can always see the crown.
Yes, it helps. Is this our community service winner, Ava Joy? No, that looks like Madeline. That looks like the big winner, Madeline Munt, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Because we know her by her face. We don't need a sign. We actually recognize her. She was the Karns Fairs to the Fair, and also she scored well at the Tennessee Valley Fair this year. She came in as Miss Academic, I believe, because of her high grade point average in the Fairs to the Fair at Tennessee Valley Fair.
Beauty and brains.
Now, my friend Caitlin Federick actually did win Tennessee Valley Fairs to the Fair this year.
Yeah, we got to
She's
speak
a
to her.
former Karns Fairs to the Fair. So you got to, you know.
A lot of Karns pageant winners.
So I'm hoping Madeline competes again next year. I think she's got a shot. 6th grade. Merry Christmas from the 6th grade.
The Karns Lady Beavers basketball. I love it. They've got some great energy.
And some nice signs, too.
I know.
You know, I have a theory, Becca, that the parade, it seems like the parade has gotten thicker and busier here. And there were some gaps earlier. I think that's when it was raining.
They're like, we don't want to go yet. We're just going to wait. We're just gonna...
So the parade's gotten, I think, a little bit out of order. I mean, like, here's Surf Pro again. We already had Surf Pro, and here they are again. You see what I mean? It's. I think some of these people might have held back, and once the weather improved, then they hit the road.
Yep, we've got
Is
little Betsy Henderson for school board.
You think that's her running around with the candy?
And then now we have the Tune Up the Manly Salon.
Oh, there they are.
So-
They've got a well-marked truck.
Yes.
See, I just saw guys with well-groomed beards.
I played off of that because I assumed you were right. They looked well groomed. Maybe they go there.
They probably do.
You know?
A lot of my friends do go there. You know, get their
Ooh,
their
got
beards
some
done.
classic trucks and cars coming through. Oh, followed by, do you see this yellow Jeep? It's coming up next.
Yeah.
It's got the very festive decorations off the front of it.
Oh, is it a Santa or is it a gnome? Or is it like a trophy? Like, you know how you...
I think it's a Santa.
Okay. Like, look what I caught. Here's my trophy. Solway Baptist Church has got the bus. I mean, I'm assuming that they plan to be in the parade. Otherwise, they're just making a pickup.
I mean, they could be.
You know, which is a pretty good trick. You know, if you want to get through a parade, if you have a big enough truck with your name on it, you probably could just blend in.
I mean, you could.
You know, just wave at everybody as you go
You
by.
know?
Like, you know, here's another one of our fairs to the fair. Was that Nia Vaughn, I think?
I think it was.
I couldn't see in the window very well, but I think it might have been our fair princess.
I know, I feel
Nia
like I
Vaughn.
keep craning my neck to see because we've got the
Yeah.
tents covering the cameras because of the weather, so it's sometimes a little hard to see around them.
Here's the Knox County Democratic Party. Let's see if we recognize any of the. Well, of course, they always bring the most famous faces on cardboard cutouts. They always fun with that every year.
They've got great little costumes on themselves. And then behind them, we've got Mayor Glenn Jacobs. At least a
Okay.
truck with his name on him. I haven't seen him yet.
Is it because of equal time? Is that why he's right behind them?
I assume so, of course.
Now, I heard, as giving out candy canes.
That would make sense.
Well,
I would
but-
be disappointed if he wasn't.
And he did this, they had a lighting ceremony, I guess it was Thursday night maybe, over at, I think it's Concord Park. There's Knox County has a drive-through lights, and he was there for the ribbon cutting and grand opening on
Yeah.
December 1st. But it's something you can check out. It's not drive-through lights, it's walk-through lights, I think.
Yeah,
You know,
over
the
over
walking
in Karns.
trail
Yeah.
at Concord.
Yes, we've done that.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Glenn, I was on the, I saw on the news that he was going to be there for the ribbon cutting.
Here's Karns Fair, Tiny Miss.
Oh, lovely. And Tiny Miss is Savannah Hensley. You know, when you're emceeing the Karns Fairest to the Fair, you better get used to saying the name Hensley a lot, because they're a loving family. They have many children and adopted children, and they always love to participate in that activity, and they always do well because they're just, I guess lovely implies, you know. They're a nice family.
Oh, I spy a Grinch.
Oh, no.
Spy a Grinch. Don't take candy from the children. He's trying to steal the candy. Where's
Well.
the Ghostbusters? Does that work?
We need to
Is
get
that
them
working
back.
for Grinch?
Yeah, we should. Totally. Need some Grinch Busters, I think, is all you really need. There's a new idea for next year's float, the Grinch Buster float.
Right? There's the Byington Solway FFA. They are coming.
Is that like Future Farmers of America?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, that was a poll. That was good. That came out of the deep recesses of the
I
brain.
feel like that came out of, your time spent at the...
New York Times crossword
at the-
puzzle?
at-
At the Tennessee Valley Fair, perhaps?
Yes, I was going to say Tennessee Valley Fair. You have Scholes Family Chiropractic. They got a little Rudolph car. Followed by Max Barber Shop with a very important message. It says support small business. We definitely like to take care of our own here in Karns.
That's a cool looking vehicle they've got.
I know.
They could put a barber chair right in the back of that and cut your hair while they drive around.
And they've got the ponies. Do you see the ponies?
Well, I heard, in the olden days, they used to say that every girl wanted a pony for Christmas. So here's actual ponies. And you can ask, and you can see there's work involved, and shovels, and I assume.
Yes.
Oh, here's one being pulled by a cart and being pulled by a pony. That's cute.
Oh.
Law enforcement officers honor, respect, remember. And is the parade over already? Because I see Santa Claus.
I see Santa! And Mrs. Claus!
Oh, fantastic.
Being pulled by
Yes.
Rudolph.
Well, if you want to hear some good Christmas music, I'll put in a plug. I'm playing nothing but Christmas songs on 104.9 and 100.9. They're simulcasting me on both of these. It's called Lake FM. And I'll be actually, right as soon as I leave here, I'll go be on until 2 o'clock this afternoon on the radio.
Man.
And then after that, it's straight over to the Rocky Hill Christmas Parade for this evening's event. So it's a full weekend for me,
Yeah.
as it always is. But yeah, good all Christmas songs, 104.9 and 100.9. So
Well, you've
check
also
that
got to
out.
plug your podcast.
Oh, please,
Yes.
that's why the Frank and Friends show. And Becca, I need you on the show again. I miss you dearly.
I'm working on my schedule to make that happen.
Because we're planning on you coming by within the next 10 days or so to record another episode. I put one out yesterday that's gotten a lot of views on YouTube, so look for the Frank and Friends show on YouTube. We had a fun talk with an author named Gene Masters, who I'm going to copy some of the things he's done. He's written novels, but I have a memoir I'm going to try to publish, and he had some good advice for that.
Well, you've
So-
got great stories. I can't wait to read that.
Yeah.
Now that you've put it out there, you have to do it.
Well, it's half written. I just got to finish it. So if you want to check out Gene Masters, get some advice for authors and
Yep.
how to...
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because off camera, one of my sons just tried to run to me, and he
Oh,
was...
well, it's the reverse
he was
rolling
tackled.
roadblock is happening right now. You see, there's Bob and everybody trying to get
Knox County Sheriff Office is helping to
kids off the
clear the
road
roads.
because regular traffic is back. But I do appreciate that. So I've got all the things to plug. You can watch me on East Tennessee PBS because I've got the Scholars Bowl, which will start January 9th. Also a show called Up Close where I interview people. That's a fun one.
which is great. And then we do want to remind you again, Santa's Workshop Craft Show, Breakfast with Santa,
That's
coming
great.
up at Karns High School on December 17th. Lots of kids activities, a breakfast. If you want to be a vendor, there's still time to participate. So please come out for that and help support Karns community.
Thank you again to Madam Wallaga, the lovely Heather Wallaga. Oh, she's still right over there. Isn't that nice?
She's
Watching
enjoying the parade with her family.
who is the Grand Marshal, and really appreciate her. She's an actual, big-time broadcaster,
Yeah.
I mean, she's actually more so than we are.
And then we have to shout out the Karns Network AV Club for
Outstanding
helping with
work.
all of the audio and visual today, so thank you all for that.
Got to thank Beth Wade, who showed up to make sure that her husband's students, because he was called away on business, were able to, follow his instruction and teaching. And I think I would give him not just a passing grade.
Give him an A+.
I say A+. Well done. Well
Especially
done.
dealing with the elements, and there were a few other things behind the scenes, and they
got it
they
done.
dealt with it.
They got it done.
I'm impressed.
Well, we appreciate you watching this on YouTube. Go ahead and share it on your social media platforms and tell everybody to look for themselves when you're watching the parade. And it seems like the boys are here. That means it's over, right? If Carter and Brady are storming the broadcast tent, that means we need to wrap. That's the signal, I think.
He wants a hug. Hi, Skeeter. So, Merry Christmas from our family to yours. So, got definitely a crowd pleaser today.
Yeah, thanks so much for watching the Karns Christmas Parade for 2022. And we'll find out soon if they're going to invite us back for next year.
Maybe not. Merry Christmas.
What's that?
I was.
Oh, we're going to interview?
Oh, surprise interview coming.
Let's do an interview. All right.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we'll keep
stay
going.
tuned. We're going to stick
We
around.
won't wrap just yet. Should we describe the regular cars that are going by? Because that would be funny.
And the conversations that are going on in them. It's like,
Like,
oh, this traffic. What is
here's
going
a
on?
blue one. Looks like a Nissan, and now a truck's pulling. That'd be
Why
hilarious.
didn't you check the traffic before we left? We could have taken a different route. You know these are the conversations that
Yes.
husbands and wives are
Have
just
you ever
bickering
been
about in
stuck?
the car.
This happened to my wife and me one time. There's a parade down in Seymour, and we're trying to get to an event in Pigeon Forge, and we're going down Chapman Highway thinking that we're going to save time, and we got stuck behind the Seymour Christmas Parade.
Oh.
And you just sit there.
Yeah, there's nothing. You can't
We
do
didn't know
anything.
another way around. We were stuck.
Yeah.
And then when they finally reopened the road, and they rushed through it, they did the whole thing pretty quickly, and you rush through, and we're crunching candy as we drove down Chapman Highway.
Was it a candy cane lane?
It was the air did smell like peppermint. It was lovely, except for the.
How late were you to your event?
Thankfully this was years ago, so I've kind of only remembered the jokey part of it. The rest of the anxiety has gone away, and also now I've learned other ways to get around back roads.
This just in, so I guess we're not going to do the interview.
Okay.
So.
Is that a wrap?
So that's a wrap. So again,
Okay.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and thank you
All
for
of the
joining
things.
us.
Thank you for watching the 2022 Karns Christmas Parade. For the Frank and Friends Show, I'm Frank Murphy,
I'm Becca James.
and we'll talk to you next year.